Ever since the news broke about the allegations about Mason Greenwood, he was ousted not only by his club, but by his country and sponsors as well. But despite everything, the charges were dropped, and he is now married to his girlfriend who sent out the allegations. After everything was dropped and he was now free to continue his life, Greenwood expected to get back into the team. But things were not that easy. During the time Mason Greenwood was out of the team, there were significant changes. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer was fired, and Erik ten Hag became the new coach. Ten Hag aimed to rebuild the team by getting rid of unnecessary players, but he saw potential in Greenwood and wanted him back. However, the board had a different perspective. Considering potential backlash and the club's financial difficulties, they had to decide between allocating more funds to Ten Hag or bringing back Greenwood. In the summer transfer period, the board chose to bring Greenwood back to the team. However, a week before the official announcement, the plans were leaked to the press, resulting in massive negative PR and backlash for United. In response, female staff and football players issued an ultimatum. If Greenwood returned, they would leave. This created a crisis at the headquarters, leading to a new meeting to address the situation. The decision was made to announce that Mason Greenwood would be sent elsewhere to continue his career, but internally, the plan was to loan him until the situation calmed down. Shortly afterward, Greenwood was loaned to Getafe to regain form and let the negative publicity subside. However, this left coach Ten Hag without Greenwood and no new players as the transfer period had ended. It was understood that both the board and Greenwood agreed to a deal for his eventual return to the team after half a season or a full season. But things weren't that straightforward. The Glazers family, owners of United, put the club up for sale. A prolonged bidding war ensued between Ineos's Sir Jamie Ratcliffe and Sheikh Jassim from Qatar. The Sheikh insisted on a full sale and wanted nothing to do with the Glazers. Eventually, a deal for a 25% acquisition was struck between Ineos and the Glazers. Many fans doubted this decision, but eventually it proved to be a good one, as Ineos was heavily focused on football and bringing back Mason Greenwood in the team. Meanwhile, Greenwood had regained form and was scoring or assisting nearly every game for Getafe. When Greenwood left Manchester United, it seemed like he had no future with the team. His last game was just before he got arrested in January 2022 on charges of attempted rape, assault, and coercive control. According to Fabrizio Romano, the decision about Greenwood's long-term future won't be made until Manchester United gets a new sporting director. Romano explained to Give Me Sport that with Jadon Sancho also returning from a loan at Borussia Dortmund, Manchester United and Ineos wants a new sporting director to decide what to do with both players. He mentioned that it's early and nothing about Greenwood will be decided in February or March. Romano believes they will likely discuss this in May or June. After acquiring a 25% stake in United, Sir Jim Ratcliffe has important decisions to make, and there are talks of personnel changes. United is interested in bringing Dan Ashworth from Newcastle as their new sporting director. Additionally, Omar Barada, poached from Man City, is expected to become the new CEO. Despite this opportunity, Greenwood seems hesitant to return and doesn't have a strong desire to play for United again, as per The Athletic. The 22-year-old believes the club could have supported him better during his court case and is aware he'll face more pressure and scrutiny if he returns to the Premier League. Although Getafe wants to keep Greenwood, they might not afford to complete a deal. However, there's a possibility Greenwood might stay in Spain. Reports suggest that Barcelona and Atletico Madrid are both interested in the forward. Getafe's president, Ángel Torres, has even mentioned that a move to Barcelona would be suitable for Greenwood. When asked about Greenwood after securing a 25% stake in Manchester United, Sir Jim Ratcliffe stated to The Athletic, "He's a Manchester United footballer, so we are in charge of football." So the answer is yes, we have to make decisions. There is no decision that's been made. The process will be understand the facts, not the hype, and then try and come to a fair decision based on values. Essentially, is he a good guy? Could he sincerely play for Manchester United well? And would we be comfortable with it along with the fans? Ratcliffe is planning to reassess the Greenwood situation with a fresh perspective. However, he's mindful that fans would need an explanation if Greenwood were to return to the club. The new owner aims to avoid a situation similar to last summer, where the club reversed its decision and allowed Greenwood to leave after facing backlash from fans. Greenwood's criminal charges were dropped in February 2023, including attempted rape, controlling and coercive behavior, and assault occasioning actual bodily harm. A few teams in the La Liga are interested in Mason Greenwood, including Barcelona, and what's interesting is that even the president of La Liga has publicly said that if there were no charges against him, he didn't see a reason why he should not be able to play. I believed, and still believe, that he should be fired. The audio evidence is clear that he assaulted her. While people can change and move past such incidents as a couple, I'm skeptical about real change. Suspecting money and coercion played a role. Even if he has changed, no one is entitled to a specific job, especially one with the visibility of a Premier League footballer and role model. The club has a responsibility to fans, other players, including the ladies' team, and staff to set the standard of conduct. His behavior should never be acceptable, regardless of legal charges. Essentially, he can seek redemption in a job away from the spotlight. Even if redemption is possible, consequences should still follow. Greenwood shouldn't be allowed to continue as a professional footballer. That's the consequence he should face for his actions. As an individual, I hope he achieves redemption, grows, and learns as he enters adulthood. However, he shouldn't be allowed to avoid the consequences of his actions and return to the pitch under the guise of redemption. Ideally, legal prosecution for his criminal behavior would have been appropriate. Since that's unlikely, losing his future as a pro footballer is the least severe consequence he should expect and accept if he genuinely wants to demonstrate understanding and growth from his past behavior. I believe there should be a code of conduct for professional athletes, and violations of it should lead to their dismissal. Kids often look up to athletes, and we shouldn't send the message that assaulting a partner is ever acceptable. Some people claim he has changed and treats his wife well now. However, I'm skeptical unless he has undergone extensive therapy and developed anger management skills. Being nice to his wife currently doesn't necessarily prove a genuine change. Abusers can be pleasant most of the time, but turn violent when angered. In an ideal world, he wouldn't be allowed to play anymore. However, many top teams have players with troubling histories. Leagues like La Liga are criticized for collecting and protecting individuals involved in misconduct, including racism and assault. I sincerely hope Manchester United doesn't allow Greenwood back. It's essential to set a precedent for the Premier League. Even if our efforts against issues like racism are considered half-hearted, let's at least take a strong stand against misogyny. What are your thoughts on this delicate topic? Do you think Greenwood should go back to United? Or should he stay in La Liga where he was given a chance to get back into football? Should he even be allowed to play professional football again? Many different opinions on such a delicate matter. Drop your thoughts in the comments below and don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button for more football videos.